Hello out there and welcome to another edition of Out and About Framingham. My name is Doug Freeman. I'm here with my co-host,
Hi there, Doug.
Elsa Hornfisher. Welcome, Elsa. And today we have a couple of guests that are well known to people that get out and about in town. But we have Bob Marusi, the Director of Park and Rec from Framingham, the town of Framingham. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you, Doug.
Okay, and we also have Trish Powell, who is a supervisor at Park and Rec and works with Bob on a daily basis. Welcome, Trish.
Thanks, Doug.
And we're here to talk a little bit about the upcoming Blues Fest. So, Elsa, have you been to the Blues Fest before? Are you
As a
interested
matter
in it?
of fact, I have, Doug.
You have?
I love the blues. In fact, I've even met B.B. King.
Wow, that's
wow.
pretty impressive.
That's big.
Very
And we
impressive.
share a birthday. But anyway,
Yeah.
for the 9th year, Framingham is lucky enough to have the Blues Fest come to town. And Saturday, August 14th, noon to 9.
So mark that date on your calendar, folks. Saturday, August 14th, noon to 9.
Yep. And $14 in advance, so it pays to call ahead. $18 at the gate. Kids 12 and under are $3, and it's rain or shine. So it'll be warm. If it's not, if it's not sunny, at least it'll be warm and wet instead of cold and
We
wet.
hope.
We've had it all.
So tell us a little bit about the first year. It's the 9th year, so you have
Yeah.
quite a history with the Blues Fest.
Yeah, it's
don't you,
hard to
Bob?
believe it's the 9th year. Yeah, but it started almost casually. We visited a blues place in Maynard, Massachusetts, and pretty impressed with the music and the different performers that were there. And I was trying to identify somebody of responsibility, a manager, an owner, or whatever, and I saw this guy behind the bar that looked like he was rather important. And I handed him a business card through a crowd of people, and I could just holler, that I had a stadium in Framingham. If you ever want to put together a blues festival, give me a call. We'll talk about it or what have you. I got a phone call 2 weeks later, and things took place, and this is the 9th year. So it worked out
Fantastic.
well. Yeah.
It's a multi-use venue, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Field
Yeah, we
is.
try to use Bowditch Field for a lot of different events, and we'd like to have additional cultural events at Bowditch Field, and I think it should be used as a multicultural and multi-use even for athletics, so various types of sports or what have you. Yeah.
Great.
Well, it's a fun event. It's a summertime event, and so this is the time of year where people like to get out and put on the shorts and the sunglasses and the sandals and have a good time. Now, you guys usually have like an area in front of the grandstand, or the bandstand, where people can dance. And how is that set up?
There's a small dance floor right in front of the band, and surrounding the entire area we have some vendors as far as jewelry vendors and craft vendors, lots of food, lots of barbecue, and we've had mist tents for the real hot days. We've had
cool.
actually someone selling heavy sweaters on the real cold evenings. So we've had it all down there as far as the types of days that we've had.
Or do you have a lot of vendors set up for this year? Have there been a good response there?
There has been. We don't have confirmation on everybody yet, but we're expecting the same ones from last year. We have some kids' games that will be there, the jumpy toys, and we're still looking for somebody to sit in the dunk
The
tank.
dunk tank.
to
Oh,
get
no, not the dunk tank.
over. So
I'm a sucker for the dunk tank. It's a hot day. You might get me down there, folks. So
I
please.
missed the dunk tank in Saxonville, so I
It was a
really
big money maker, believe me.
I wanna
They
see
were
you
lining
do
up
a
to
dunk
dunk Doug. Yeah, it was. So well, I'll think about that as an option. But it's a good event, so we look forward to it. We have some footage of the Blues Fest.
Great.
You have anything else, Elsa, you want to
Just,
share with
I
the
just
group?
wanted to say that half the fun, you guys at home, is to get the schedule of the Blues Fest and look at the names, the titles of the bands. I think it's just fantastic. We've got Southside Johnny, we've got the Asbury Jukes, Fat City Band, Bellevue Cadillac, Room Full of Blues, and Geezer. Not old Geezer.
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 Geezer, old Geezer would be me.
And more, they say. So it's always fun to see what names musicians come up with. I love it.
But then some of those bands are returning bands, aren't they, Bob?
Yeah, I think Fat City is returning. Bellevue Cadillac certainly has been there before. They weren't there last year, but they've been there before. And actually, the headliner, Southside Johnny, this is his second time coming back to play the venue. So,
Excellent.
yeah, and he puts on a live performance. I think he was one of the better bands that we've had there. There are other we've had other bands that certainly had more success recording artists, but this guy really puts on a show.
But this
It
is
was a
really
live
big
event.
time for
Yeah.
Framingham. These are some very well-known bands, and I think it's a great event. There's good music, and on August 14th, Saturday, get out and about in Framingham and get to your local events, and we'd love to see you there. I know Bob and Trish and Elsa and I would all love to see a big crowd at that event. So we're going to show you some footage now and take a look at what went on last year at the Blues Fest, and hopefully we can do a little bit of analysis, sort of color commentary on what went on. So let's just go right to the footage, and we'll take a look at last year's Blues Fest, and we'll see how much fun people actually had. So this is the bandstand being set up now.
Yeah, it looks like, I can't tell who the band is right there. Could be Hot Acoustics maybe at the beginning. Doug Flutie, that's the Doug Flutie band? Okay, but Darren Flutie. And well, the stage obviously they set up the night before, and you can see some of the banners that were in front. The crowd at the beginning, it's a long day. The crowd at the beginning is probably a little bit lighter at the beginning band, which this was the beginning band, and it increases as the day goes on as we approach the headliner. And it is a very comfortable, relaxed atmosphere, so it's easy to spend 4, 5, 6 hours there and have a good time.
Kids have a good time. You know, bring your blankets, bring your chairs.
Yep.
Kids run around and dance. It's a multi-generational event, isn't it?
There is, and if you're looking for a particular band, you can come and go. You can come and see the first act, leave, and come back again later in the evening. So you're not there for the whole entire time if you have other obligations.
Looks like it was a good weather day last year.
Last year was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. And sometimes if it gets too hot, I mean, we try to keep it informal. I mean, a couple of years we just simply dragged out a hose and put some sprinklers and let the sprinklers run for the kids to run through and cool off. And, yeah, it was fun. And then the adults get into it. It worked out.
See a mosh pit develops.
We had one year, we had a little train that would drive through a little mist booth and go around in circles, and that was, even if you didn't want to get wet, if you got on that train, you were going to get wet.
Yeah,
So
right.
Where did you get that little train?
the vendor that we work with took care of all the extra activities.
So this is managed by some kind of a promoter that lines up the acts.
Music Fest Productions does the entire lining of the acts for us, and Ted Epstein from the Sitting Bull Pub does it.
Well, they seem to do a good job. And it's great to have live music in Framingham. You know, it's,
Oh, it really is.
It's so often that you go to a show or to a movie and you're not seeing someone that's there performing for you live.
That's right.
It's just nice to have.
And the best part is, when you go into Boston, you have to pay $10 to park, or 20, and walk a long way. I mean, you could just pull right into Bowditch Field, a place that most of us travel by several times a day, and hear some great music without leaving town.
Right. And the fun part about it is some of these are really accomplished musicians. Like the Delbert McClinton band that was there a couple of years ago. I mean, they're Grammy winners.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And I'm trying to think of somebody. Leon Russell, of course, was a tremendously accomplished artist going back a few years. And then
Yeah, Bo Diddley.
Bo
No
Diddley
kidding.
was there.
Oh, that's
yeah.
my era.
Yeah.
Last year we had Eric Burden, House of the Rising Sun, and which everybody knows that song. And
Can we sing a few bars?
always sang a few bars. And nobody was going to go home until they heard that song. I'll tell you that right now.
Now you at home, stick with us, stick
Right,
with us. We'll get
exactly
past this bit. Doug is not singing.
Yes, Doug is not being featured
He
in
made a
this year's
threat.
Blues Fest.
Right.
I might be in the dunk on it.
In the beginning, we saw some of the banners of the groups that sponsor this
Yeah.
event. And since I've been involved with the arts and events in Framingham through the START project, I'm so aware of the sponsors that sponsor things.
Oh, really?
I used to take it kind of for granted or not pay much attention to it, but it's wonderful when a corporation or a business like Mohegan Sun, Metro West Daily News, WZLX Radio, Framingham Parks and Rec, thank you Bob and Tricia, and the Sitting Bull Pub. It's wonderful when organizations support events for the community.
And the Metro West News really has been right on. Whenever we wanted to sponsor an event, they've really jumped right on early. Yeah, they're really great, and they really give us a lot of publicity, and anything that we need, they work with us on that.
It means a lot.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a
sure.
partnership
Yeah.
to put on events in a
Yeah.
community. It really is. It takes a lot of collaborative.
Yeah, actually,
time.
that's key, what you just said, partnering. I mean, we know what we do well, and we're not music promoters, and so we don't try to become music promoters. I mean, we'd have to,
Right.
and so you bring somebody in that's experienced in that area. Tricia interfaces with the town officials and the permitting and all that, and we all stick to what we do best, and you bring in the right partners,
right.
and then you are able to put on a nice event.
That really is the mantra of the Start Framingham Partnership,
Right.
is to try to do that. I know in the spring, we're going to be having a Spring into Arts event that hopefully is going to involve many, many, many venues and activities for townspeative. And, it's really what makes events wonderful, when each collaborative organization does what it always does. Not anymore, but then when you put it all together, you get something bigger and better than you ever
Right.
would have had one organization done it alone.
Right.
And it's nice to have a location like Bowditch Field. It's easy to get to. It's central to the town of Framingham, and people find that as a focal point for a lot of different things. The Flag Day Parade goes right past it. You've got the soccer events there. It seems to be a
Greater
lot of
Framingham
activity.
Track Club.
Yeah.
I mean, we partner with so many different organizations. The Framingham Greater Track Club is running a Wednesday night track meet there. So, again, the partnering, we know what we have. We have a nice facility. We know how to maintain it. We know how to manage large events. Then we can find the different talents that that are more technically skilled to put, in their areas, to put on events that really works.
It's a great facility. They have a great track. My husband runs there a couple times a week in good weather. And
So hopefully good weather. August 14th is a
Yeah.
good day, and it'll be a good day for the Blues Fest. So again, mark your calendars, August 14th. The Blues Fest will go on again from 12 to 9.
12? 12 to
Noon
12
to
to 9.
12 to 9.
12 to 9. And, we're not sure the approximate ending time, but it's usually an hour and a half or so after the sun goes down.
So they
Yeah.
party themselves out.
You bet. You bet.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
well, a lot of good things happen at Park and Rec, and this is just the beginning. I mean, I wish we had time to go into all the other things you do. You do have something else coming up, Trish, you were telling me about.
We have quite a few things
A lot
coming
of
up,
things.
but one of the things I mentioned was we are running a trip to Mohegan Sun
Ooh.
September 1st, and we're registering for that right now.
Great.
So that's
Great.
something that if you're out there listening, we've opened up registration. The tickets sell fast. It's $19, and you get about $26 back in casino bonuses. So you make
Awesome.
money to go to Mohegan
And the
Sun.
number to call at Park and Rec is?
We actually have to come down to our office, but the
Ah.
number would be 620-4834 for more information.
Very
Great.
good. Okay.
And we would have fall and winter offerings probably in late August, beginning of late August, early September.
We're working on that
Available,
now.
yeah. So
Mhm.
that would be a whole new schedule coming up.
Great, great.
Great.
So we all look forward to August 14th. Do we have some additional footage of the Blues Fest last year that we want to look at? So let's run some more, and we'll talk a little bit about what went on last year at the Blues Fest. Let's go ahead and see that. Here we go. There's some additional bands. The second band that was.
Got a lot of
Headline last year.
graduates
Is that
right up
actually
here on
sand?
stage, graduates
No,
from
it's
Framingham
a
schools.
little
Very
rug
happy to
that
be
we
here.
put down over the grass because
Hey.
we don't want to
Hey, Dad's here, would you? yeah.
ruin the
Yeah.
field, and it's
It gets stomped on pretty
gets-
good. And in particular, when Fat City performs, they're a very audience interactive type of a band, and he plays to the kids and performs to the kids too as well. And everybody's up and dancing. They do the potty train around that area usually, and they've probably performed at the Blues Festival most years anyway. Yeah. Every year. Yeah, they've been there quite a bit, and it's because people want to see them. We keep bringing them back because they really are
Got some Fleetwood Mac
interactive
for
and
you?
get everybody up and dancing.
And it looks like you've got people that bring their lawn chairs and I don't know if you're allowed to bring coolers or,
No coolers, no pets.
okay, no coolers, no pets.
But you can bring your lawn chair, bring your sunscreen, bring your hat, bring your book if you just want to sit and relax and listen to the music along the way. There's plenty of food, beverages available.
I took my love and I took it
Whatever
down.
you need.
This is a local band. This is Steve Spector
Climbed a mountain
and
and I turned around.
Hot Acoustics. And
And I saw
actually, Steve
my
is involved in a
reflection
number of
in
other
the snow-covered
events in Framingham, one of them being the George
to
Wheeler
lay
Soccer Tournament. He's the main organizer of that, which also takes place at Bowditch Field. But he approached us and the contractor that we have, Ted Epstein, on performing in this event, and they made some arrangements last year, and he ended up performing.
rise above. Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can
That looks like a soulful performance if there ever was one.
of my life.
I guess the key to this is that it's a fun day out. And what's the cost of the tickets again?
14 in advance, 18 at the gate.
So that, I mean, for that amount of time, though, if you're going to get there midday and spend almost the entire afternoon into the evening, that's a pretty reasonable price.
And one of the things I noticed that even the bands that perform early, even Fat City and a few of those, they hang around. When the people are done performing, they get out and they interact with the audience, and they walk around and people approach them and talk to them, and it's a friendly
You
atmosphere.
can get to know the musicians a little bit.
Absolutely.
Wow. So I can keep my teenage daughter away from the music.
Is there a Fat City?
I
Well,
don't know.
Is it in
that's for
Massachusetts?
debate.
I don't know. Yeah.
Personal comment on me also?
Just asking.
There's a Fat State, yeah.
That's another
Oh,
show.
getting a little uncomfortable here.
Around you.
It's grown.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The attendance has grown through the years.
Older
And it depends on the headliner quite often. You'll have a huge crowd coming in just to see that headliner.
Yeah.
So we've gone from, I think the first year we were about 1,500, and last year we were almost double, 28.
Yeah, we've steadily grown. I mean, it wasn't an overnight success, or, I mean, it was a success the first year, but, I mean, it didn't, it just increased steadily over the years. More interest, more word get out, and it just kept increasing steadily. And one thing that I did not want to do, I do not like to call events annual, the first annual, the second annual, because nothing is forever. You do it until it feels good, as long as it feels good, and until it works. And when it's done, and you call it a day. You know, and I never want to drag an event on too long and
Yeah.
it's seen its day, you know. But right now, this is still going.
Landslide bring me down, down, down. The landslide will bring us down.
So if I had any musical ability at all, I'd know what that little thing is.
You got
I
me too,
should.
Doug.
Thank you.
And so once again, we're here to talk about the Blues Fest. It's really a good event. It's on August 14th. And people that want to buy tickets can get them at Park and Rec.
Park and Rec, 475 Union Avenue.
And there's some other locations they can buy tickets at, or is that the only one?
Well, I know the Framingham Center Music, they've helped us out quite a bit over the years, and I think they are a location where you can pick up tickets as well. And I also might
And
have
then
a
if
few
you
more.
want to do it online, you can go to www.musicfestproductions, all one word.com.
Good.
Excellent.
Great,
So
great.
August 14th, keep it on the calendar. We'd like to thank Trish Powell
Thanks for having us.
for coming out, and Bob Marusi.
Thank you.
Elsa?
Doug.
Thank you
Yep,
very much,
yep.
guys.
And thank you, everyone. We're going to go into our calendar section now and let you know what's coming up in Framingham, and we hope you get out and about.
This is for all you Pink Floyd fans out there. We gotta do this one today. This one goes out to all those people who are trying to keep us safe over across the sea. Come back soon and safe. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hard ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? Same old ground, what have we found? Same old fears, I wish you were here. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Elsa and I'm here with Doug and it's time for our calendar. We have the pleasure today to be sitting in front of a quilt that Deb Freeman has made. Gives us a chance to look out a window here.
That's right. It's a beautiful quilt she made for my mother.
No kidding.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, Deb, at home. And with that, I will tell you about the first event, which is the Quilters Guild. The County Line Quilt Guild welcomes interested quilters, beginning to artist level. The Guild meets on the second and fourth Tuesdays from 7 to 9 o'clock at the Vineyard Metro West, 40 California Avenue in Framingham. For information, call Dottie Harrington at 508-533-2962.
We have to be nice to the quilters.
I
Elsa.
didn't know we had a Vineyard Metro West.
Ah, tell us about it.
I need to research that. Okay. There's a charity breakfast in Framingham, the first Saturday monthly charity breakfast hosted by the Masons, the Middlesex Masonic Lodge. It will be held Saturday, August 7th at the Framingham Masonic Hall on 404 Concord Street. A great breakfast for $3 per person. The proceeds go to children's charities. For more information, call Charles Moses at 508-788-0732.
Those Masons are good guys.
They are, and I used to be a Rainbow Girl.
Very good.
And you used to be a
I
D.
am.
Malay.
I am a Mason.
You're a Mason. Hey, they do good things. So we all have to have breakfast anyway, guys. So just go down to the Masons on the first Saturday monthly charity breakfast.
The other things to keep in mind, folks, that the Thursday night downtown concerts on the Common are in full swing. On August 5th, we have Jumpin' Juba, and I think that's a blues rock style band. That ought to be very entertaining. And those concerts are from 6 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. on Thursday nights. So keep in mind, Thursday, August 5th, Jumpin' Juba. And on August 12th, the following Thursday, there's the Darren Roosh Klezmer Band. I don't know what kind of music that is, but I'm sure it's entertaining.
It's lively.
So again, the 6 p.m. to 7:30 on Thursday nights. The other things that we have going, we have on Thursday night that same evening, which is the 5th of August, we have at the Rat Pack Cafe. 9 o'clock, vocalist Rose Jameson and pianist Rick Schilling. If you're looking for information, call 508-628-1842. On that same, in that same location, the Rat Pack Cafe on Friday, the 6th, we have pianist John Acaro and vocalist Louis Leonard. That's at 9:45 p.m. And again, you can call 508-628-1842. On Saturday the 7th, Garden in the Woods, the Big Bugs venue. They're having a special weekend. It's actually called Bee Weekend.
Okay.
And it sounds like it's great. And it's in conjunction with the Big Bugs sculpture exhibit at the New England Wildflower Society at Garden in the Woods. It is from noon to 3 p.m. on Saturday, August 7th. And you can get to the event, the Bee event. It's free with admission to Garden in the Woods of $7 to $3 for children. It's 508-877-7630.
Terrific.
What else do you have?
And in case you haven't heard, those big bugs are big. So be sure to get down there. I have the Danforth Museum of Art through September 12th is going to have recent acquisitions. Through October 31st, they have New England Currents with Susan Haas. And through January 9th, they have graphic words from the permanent collection. So be sure to get down to the Danforth. It's on Union Avenue, and the hours are noon to 5, and I believe it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And $3 admission, students and seniors, $2. So,
Excellent.
yeah, and let's see. On August 5th, Thursday, coming up, there's a summer book swap for teens. That's really wonderful. Once you read a book, you can just go in, turn them in, and get new books. So it'll be in the main library in the Costin Room. Come to the library, trade your comics, books, CDs, magazines, trading cards, and posters. And check the library website for details.
That's great. Sounds like fun. Well, thank you very much, folks, and we appreciate you seeing another show about Framingham. And get out to those concerts on the Commons Friday evenings at 6:30. We'll see you then.
Great.